All right, let's get a quick shop talk in. I know we did a couple things we talked about beforehand, but I really want to hear y'all thoughts. Mike Vrabel, new head coach of the New England Patriots, former coach of the Tennessee Titans, and we're about to find out real quick. Did the Titans make a mistake firing Mike Vrabel? We know that the New England Patriots railroaded Gerard Mayo. They gave him an unadvantageous situation. That's what Kraft said himself, knowing that he put him in an impossible spot, knowing that Vrabel was this guy. I really wish they would have never hired Mayo because that puts a stain on him actually trying to get a head coaching job. He's going to have to take a demotion somewhere else as a coordinator before he can get back to where he needs to go, unless he goes the college route, which, may be an option for him. To be honest, man, if Chad Brinker and the Tennessee Titans make a mistake this offseason with the 70 million cap in his first pick, like a lot of people think they could, the Patriots already have their quarterback. They got Drake May. They got Joe Milton. They'll pick high in the draft in the top 5 and whatever they'll ever to make with that. Personally, I see the Patriots getting to the playoffs before the Titans if the Titans blow this offseason. What y'all think? I truly in my heart as a Titan fan feel like if they don't get this draft right and this offseason right, the Patriots will be contending in their division before the Titans will even get close to it in their division.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Think he'll have him playing both ways? I mean, depending on how the draft shakes out, if it holds true and two quarterbacks come off the board in front of the Patriots, that means Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter will find his way to the Patriots. Pick your poison. You're gonna get two really elite level players. Unless somebody in the top 2 doesn't take quarterback, which I don't expect, because I would expect the Browns and the Giants to take one if the Titans don't, depending on who comes up. Unless somebody traded up with the Titans or the Titans themselves took Shador Ward's off the board, and then in front of them the Giants take Travis Hunter.
Let me teach you how to
but then you still
vibe.
get Abdul Carter to the Patriots. Like, at worst, they get Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. When Mayo got fired, Vrabel to England was the easiest head coach hired call. He had a history there, knows right. I mean, he did like the champion walk thing, and they've already gave each other their flowers. Like, he's a New England guy. He comes off that pedigree that, to be honest, he's a better fit than Gerard Mayo. Just because, like, Vrabel is going to give you dry answers. He's not going to give you much. He's going to get the most out of whatever's on that roster. I don't think Vrabel was the problem in Nashville, but, that's water under the bridge at this point. It just now comes down to what do they do with the offseason. So only comes to mistake is they have a quarterback. But I'm saying, like, that's not like some like light pebble. Like, Drake May is a really good talent, and Joe Milton is a really good talent. I just posted the picture today. 9 sacks, number 1 seed, bye week, home in Nashville playoff game. Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, healthy Tannehill, healthy offensive line, incredible defense that year. 9 sacks at home, and you lose to Joe Burrow because your quarterback threw 3 picks. If you don't have the quarterback, you literally just about have nothing. I mean, I don't know how many times that we could see that, say that, view that, look at that, and just not understand the concept of, like, in the NFL now or in college football now, like, you got to have the quarterback. You got to have the guy that's going to have the ball in his hands more than anybody else, making the right decisions, or it doesn't matter how good your defense is. You could get 10 Abdul Carters, get 20 sacks, And still, if you can't score points, then you won't win football games, and you won't be in contention for your division, nor will you be able to do anything in the playoffs. So, just wanted to hear y'all thoughts on what y'all thought about Mike Vrabel to the Patriots, because I see the Dolphins going in decline. Tyreek Hill wants out. They've paid to a lot of money. They're kind of a finesse team. They're not a physical team. I don't think they're built for December and January. Because and then the Bills clearly is the cream, the class of that division. And with Aaron Rodgers at the end of his rope, Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, all the people they brought in, but they got a good young core on defense in the running game and Garrett Wilson. So it's interesting to see what moves the Jets are gonna make in this upcoming offseason. So I don't know. This has a chance to be one of the most interesting NFL off seasons of all time. When so many changes are taking. Last year had 8 head coaches change. Several of those got fired in between the season and at the end of the season. There's Sam Darnold. There's Russell Wilson. There's Justin Fields. There's Brock Purdy. There's Daniel Jones. There's Kirk Cousins. There's Derek Carr. There's a lot of QBs in limbo. What are the Dallas Cowboys going to do? They bringing back Mike McCarthy. This is going to be a shakeup of the league, I think. Somewhere in between this wild card weekend, which will kind of solidify what's going to happen at QB in this upcoming draft. Is the Raiders is still looking for a head coach and a GM. The Titans is looking for a GM. The Jets are probably going to turn and go in a different direction. The Giants have to go in a different direction. No Daniel Jones, no Saquon Barkley. Getting a new identity for their franchise as well. The Browns, Deshaun Watson re-injuring his Achilles, along with them having to find 2 quarterbacks. The Nick Chubb era is over. Myles Garrett may want out. Max Crosby may want out. If the Tennessee Titans blow this, Jeffrey Simmons may want out. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Becker. Like this is gonna be interesting to see how this wild card shakes out, and then how the offseason coaching carousel finishes. Then on top of that, you got the NFL draft coming, which is super important because it's a lot of depth in this draft at a lot of positions. Line, edge, running backs, receivers, tight ends. Like, it's a lot of good players coming out of this draft. It's a little thin at QB, but I think it's because the teams don't just need a QB. They need a guy, and they're looking for the face of their franchise. And I ain't gonna tell y'all no more what I think about what the Titans should do, because there's so many people. And I want to say this. I think the Tennessee Titans and the fan base is scared to try and draft a superstar quarterback. The Bears, you got to give them credit. They draft Justin Fields. They draft Caleb Williams. They're at least attempting. The Commanders go after Jaden Daniels. The Falcons called their own shot, went after Michael Penix. Like, some of these teams, like the Broncos, all the moves they made, all the players they moved to bring in Bo Nix, to get Sean Payton a guy that he selected. A lot of these teams is going out taking a chance. I think the Titans are scared to take a chance. And if the Titans fan base is sitting around saying, we don't think we can develop him, we don't know how it would work. If you scared money don't make money. So if you scared to have a superstar quarterback or a potential superstar quarterback, so you're always going to take the late round guys or the old veteran to give them a second chance, a new home. We're going to be stuck doing the Mason Rudolph, Will Levis, Malik Willis, Tannehill. We're going to be doing that dance for the longest. Like, I was happy some years ago when they took Mariota, because they're saying, here's the Heisman guy. They taking a chance to say, we're going to see if we can have a star. He got us to the playoffs. He took us in a different direction to where when Tannehill came in, Derrick Henry emerged, A.J. Brown emerged, Jeffrey Simmons emerged, like Amani Hooker, all these people, like, that's when we emerged as a team. Like, you gotta be aggressive on saying, we're gonna go get our guy. I think it would change the trajectory of the franchise with Mike Keith being gone. I think the Tennessee Titans, if they were smart, would draft Shedeur Sanders. They would trade out of they top two, get a third, and come back into the second round and try to go after Jack Sawyer or Landon Jackson at edge. Third round, go after receiver or safety like Keon Sabb. Look at a guy like Scatterbo or Dylan Sampson or Ollie Gordon, one of those guys in the later rounds. Try to grab you a guard or a tackle that you feel like that you can kind of help mold better than what NPF and Leroy Watson and those guys have been at the right tackle position. Bring back Radens and Brunskill because they're a little bit ambidextrous with Brunskill being able to play center. I think you got to go that route and try in free agency to bring in a receiver to go along with Calvin Ridley. Bring back Nick Westbrook. Try to get a guy like Jimmy Horn Jr., a guy that can return kicks and play in that slot in the draft because I just need them to be aggressive for once as a franchise. They need to call Taylor Lewan and say, hey, look, we sorry about all the situations with the knee, the botched surgery, all the things that went back and forth. With Mike Keith being gone, a person like Taylor Lewan and busting with the boys, I know they got their own thing, but you got to reach out. You need a personality like that in the Titans media, something that's going to give this fan base a jolt of energy. Sitting watching Derrick Henry run for 2,000, watching A.J. Brown go crazy, watching all the guys who went to the Chargers go crazy, watching Danico Autry and Alshire win a playoff game. It's really tough to watch all the talent that left Nashville go places, succeed, and elevate. Meanwhile, this franchise is looking like the river that's out in the parking lot behind Nissan Stadium. Looked like the fan base, the Tennessee Titans, and the whole organization. It just like capsizing into that river. And they giving you no reason to buy a hat, no reason to buy a jersey, no reason to buy a ticket, no reason to buy a $20 beer, no reason to get beer and wings on Sunday to watch the game because the product is just not there, and it's nothing about the fan base in the Tennessee Titans right now outside of the media that even got us excited. We got 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver. We got Harold Landry had 9 sacks on. Amani Hooker had career high interceptions, and bro, like, it's just a bad look. Yeah, Becker, you can't outsmart this situation. People trading out of one have traded out of Goff, have traded out of Michael Vick, has traded out of Earl Campbell, has traded out of Eli Manning, has traded out of Orlando Pace. Like, you trade out of one, the team that's trading in is going to get somebody that's going to stick. And I'll guarantee if anybody trading up to one, and this is what should make the Titans really realize what they should do with this pick. If somebody is trading up to one, they trading up to take Cam Ward or Shedeur. They're not trading up to get an edge rusher so we can be like the Browns and have Myles Garrett, a Hall of Fame edge rusher, never being able to score points, TJ Watt. Like, at least the Steelers win games, but how many times you seen the team get a crazy edge rusher, a great defense, and they can't score points? We're the poster child for that. All I got to do to all my Titan fans is say, Bengals game. We had 9 sacks. We had a great defense, a great offense. But at the end of the day, we had Ryan Tannehill and they had Joe Burrow. So the rest of the stuff just goes to scraps. Don't be scared to take this QB. If the Raiders, Jets, Giants, anybody move up, they moving, the Browns even, they're moving up to take the QB. They're not moving up to take a receiver. They're not moving up to take a edge rusher, a defensive back. They're moving up to take the face of their franchise. Stadium coming in 27. I'll get on that plane and come to Nashville for Shedeur Sanders in prime time and some Nike Diamond Turf with the two-tone blue. Nashville hot chicken, cold beer, country music, Shabuzi, Luke Combs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, give me some Post Malone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I had some help. Morgan Wallen, like, I'll come for that. Not Tracy Chapman. I'm not coming for Will Levis, Mason Rudolph, offense that ain't scored but 3 points but 3 times in 4 years. I'm not coming to watch no 17-6 football game, bro. I'm not coming to get no 17-6 football game. What do you think of the idea of Titans whiffing or getting Shador or Cam and sitting them if New York should have said Aaron Rodgers will understand? No, we don't want a 40-year-old quarterback getting $40 million. See, that's the thing, Robert. Franchises that suck or have been sucking is like, what if you miss on Cam Ward or Shador? You missed on Malik Willis in the 3rd round. You missed on Will Levis in the 2nd round. Why? Because you was just getting whatever was left there. The Texans took C.J. Stroud and then moved back and took Will Anderson. The Bears had already put themselves in position and took Caleb Williams. The Commanders took Jaden Daniels. They ain't trade back and just get whatever. You seen these teams like, oh, the Falcons is reaching on Michael Penix. No, they got their QB. Broncos took Bo Nix. People like, Bo Nix? Yes. Sean Payton say, that's my guy. I seen 17 throws at Pro Day. That's my quarterback. Teams that just say, look, this our guy, and just being real, you got the first pick. You talking about you want all ball all the time. Brand Carthon ain't the guy. Whoever y'all got in there, whether it's Callie or Reggie McKenzie coming in or whoever, Ian Cunningham, whoever they get, look at Cam Ward, look at Shador, make a decision and pick. I like Shador better. I think he got a higher star power. I like his mind. I like Cam Ward's mind too. Both of them are calm guys under pressure, ready for the spotlight, been in the spotlight for a long time. But if you want to put butts in seat in Nashville and Nissan Stadium, in the new stadium, you're gonna need Cam Ward or Shador. You're not doing it with Mason Rudolph or Derek Carr, nobody like that. There's no chance if you get any of them guys, I'm coming to watch them play. Barely even watch them on TV. Watch them enough that I can make content. That's it. You got to take some risk, Becker. Like, I hate this thought of like, what if we miss? We missed on Isaiah Wilson, a right tackle that went to jail and played 7 snaps. We missed on Caleb Farley, a guy that had a broken back that we drafted at cornerback. Look at the guys that we missed on in draft picks, and then you worried about missing on a QB that anybody in their right mind could say, give me Cam Ward and Shador with D-Hop, Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, Tajay Spears, Tony Pollard, a new revamped line with Chiga Conquo, Nick Vanette, and Josh Wiley, and tell me they wouldn't have scored more than that. 30 turnovers from your 2 starting quarterbacks. They had more turnovers than touchdowns. You can't tell me if I had one of those 2 guys, the Titans wouldn't have had a better offense and won more games. And if that's the case, what are we thinking about? Why are they not looking to compete? Bo Nix looked to compete year 1. Jaden Daniels looked to compete year 1. C.J. Stroud looked to compete year 1. Bro, the Titans roster is not bad. The Titans have a better roster than they had at the end of Mike Vrabel's tenure. He was getting more out of less. They actually started the season with 1,000-yard back, 2,000-yard receivers, a full room of tight ends. Like, bro, they had everything they needed coming into the season. You have to remember the Bears game, Caleb Williams had 90 yards passing. The Titans got 2 kicks blocked and turned the ball over in the red zone at the QB position. You played the Jets, you did the same thing. You up double digits, you start turning the ball over. The coach is on the sideline asking the quarterback, what the doing? You getting punch blocked, you getting kicks ran back. Like the Titans had the number 2 statistical defense this season. They was like number 1 for 11 weeks at statistical defense with the worst special teams in the league. If the Titans put a solid QB in right now with that defense, that run game, and the skill players they have with $70 million in cap, the Titans can compete. Like the South ain't like some like tough division. The Jaguars are just as bad as us, and the Colts ain't that much higher than us. They ain't figured out what they want to do. The Texans won by default. It's not like the Texans is like some like blowing you away team. They played good against the Chargers. The Chargers couldn't score points. They kicking field goals in the red zone in the playoffs. You're gonna get beat. You cannot be scared. You have to say, Let me look at the tape. I'm gonna pick one of these two QBs. The franchise is gonna get energized because if you don't pick one of these QBs, you're not gonna get no free agents to come in and play receiver for the Titans. You'd be lucky if Nick Westbrook re-signed for the Titans at receiver. You'll be lucky if he re-signs. You'd be lucky if people don't ask out if they don't draft one. They bring back what they got now, and no receivers coming to Nashville, bro. No receivers coming to Nashville. No free agents is coming here. You're gonna be stuck with a defense out there going crazy in a run game, running themselves into a brick wall and going another season not being able to score 30 points. That's my thoughts on that. I'm off my soapbox. Appreciate y'all tapping in for the LCQ MCS. You got your Final Four. There's gonna be Drini and Henry. Gonna be a super classic game. I think you got Drip versus Valus Jones. Those four are gonna top off to see who gonna be the last people into the LCQ for the playoff and the Madden Bowl. Catch y'all later on. Make sure y'all watching on Facebook, on Kick, on Twitch. Tap in on all social media platforms. These shop talks, these podcasts go up daily on the YouTube. Make sure y'all tap in with me. And I'm out.